Oh, it's good. A little yoga yesterday after practice, family dinner. I had a good day.
Short practice today, huh?
What time is it?
5 o'clock, no.
It feels like it, yeah.
What was today like in general?
Another long, difficult practice, training camp style, But these guys, they know that's like we got a lot of work, and we're only practicing once a day, so every day is gonna be a haul. But we got to get a lot of stuff in, and we got a lot of habits to build.
How do you decide which days? I mean, how are you going to manage the vets versus the young guys in terms of practice time and just how much time they spend on the floor and giving those guys maybe a little bit?
Right now, everybody's getting an equal amount of work. So, training camp is about building our habits and, building a foundation and, looking at combinations and so nobody's sitting out any drills. Everybody's working, and it's been a good start.
Obviously, it's still early, but how has Brandon and Trace looked based on your expectations coming in with them being rookies and obviously always a learning curve for them? Just how have they looked in the short time that you've seen them with the group?
Yeah, both guys have been very impressive. I really like the feel that each one has for the game. They've actually played together in scrimmages. They have a good connection together. Brandon is a really good passer and pick and roll player. And Trace has a good feel as well. Dribble handoffs, diving to the rim. They're both high IQ players, and they're picking things up really quickly.
What are your early thoughts also on Rudy Gay and the potential impact he could make to this team if he's kept beyond training camp?
Yeah, Rudy's been great. He looks good. His body is feeling good. I talked to him today, and he's just a pro. He's been around the league for a long time, so he recognizes everything that's happening on the floor. And obviously, very, very talented, very skilled player. And it's great to have him here in camp. And we'll see how it plays out over the next few weeks.
Steve, how would you describe Andrew's demeanor through these first couple training camp practices? And do you get the sense that everything he had to deal with last year, from the injuries to the absences, are actually behind him at this point?
Well, Andrew's in great spirits, and he's playing well. He's in good shape, so he's having a really good camp. And that's all we can ask of our guys is to give the effort and bring a great approach, and that's what Wiggs is doing.
I think Usman Garuba has been compared to Draymond Green, sort of similar playing style. What's been some of your takeaways from what he's been able to do in practice, and do you see any comparisons?
Yeah, I don't know if I would compare Usman to Draymond, but I think the similarity is high motor. They both play so hard, and as a young player, Usman has a good sense of who he is, and that's a big part of succeeding in this league is having an identity in a game, like an awareness of what your job is, what your role is. So he plays really hard. He's got a great motor. He's got a good feel, and I'm really excited that he's here. He's 21 years old, first round pick for a reason. He's a talented guy, and he's no nonsense. He works really hard. So I'm enjoying coaching him.
Well, yeah, I've asked Wiggs and Steve this too. I ask you as a vet now, the young guys, Brandon and Trace, how have they been fitting in? There's a learning curve for rookies. How do you think they've handled that and fit in with the group over the past couple days, and even in the summer when you guys were working out together?
Yeah, I feel like they've been picking up on stuff pretty fast and getting some wins in practice. It's a lot coming at you at one time, trying to figure out everything. But I don't feel like they're getting overwhelmed. They're picking up on it pretty fast.
Andrew Wiggins just here saying that a point of contention or a point that you guys are hitting is sort of being more connected. Connectivity has been a big word around here. How do you feel that is sort of coming together now in these first two practices and reflecting back, how do you feel that lack of it impacted your season last year? Sort of lack of connectivity, lack of chemistry.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of it been happening thus far naturally, not necessarily as much thinking about it or trying to connect or trying to be close. But I feel like guys just genuinely like each other on this team, so that's a good thing.
Hey Moses, how have you seen Kevon maybe be even more vocal or maybe find his voice even more, especially with someone like a leader like Andre gone? Do you think that Kevon's leadership role has increases even more this season?
I feel like Loon he's definitely a leader. Like that's how he approaches the game. Like he knows a lot, so you can talk to him and ask a lot. But then too, he's not in the whole Steph, Dray, Clay situation. So Dray is like the obvious leader that you see. You know, Steph as well, KT. Like those are the guys that's gonna talk in practice and things like that. But Loon is the guy that when you're not making an announcement or whatever, and it's not a big deal that you go talk to personal one-on-one conversations. So he just has a different approach, but definitely has a lot of leadership qualities and helps the whole team. That whether if it's the young guys, the older guys, that you can just go talk to Loon at any time of the day, and he's always willing to dish it out if you ask, but he's not gonna force no information on nobody.
You're sort of in and out of the rotation last year. Heading into camp this year, what's been the focus for you, maybe the message you've gotten from coaches to sort of make sure that you have a more consistent year?
I mean, I don't necessarily know for sure exactly what going into it. I mean, I know what I'm asked to do. I feel like I can knock down shots, rebound, play physical defense. As those are all things that I did in the playoffs. That was part of the reason that I played. So just keep doing what I've been doing.
Wiggs, what have you seen out of the young guys over the past couple of days, Trace and Brandon, and how do you think they've come in, given it's always a learning curve for rookies in this league? How do you think they've kind of stepped to the plate and been fitting in?
They look good. You know, they've been doing their thing, you know, in the drills, you know, paying attention, catching on quick. And when we've been scrimmaging, you know, they've been, you know, doing their thing. They've been helping their team win. You know, they won some games. But they look good out there for sure.
First couple of days of camp, what's it been like for you in terms of just, you know, what have you wanted to accomplish and how do you feel you're doing that so far?
I just wanted to, you know, it's a new team. You know, so just trying to build up that chemistry with everybody. You know, a big theme this year is, you know, just being connected. So just, you know, making sure everyone's good and, you know, doing my part, you know, as a vet and one of the guys on this team that, you know, has been here a long time. So.
You never had a year in your NBA career that was like last year. With so many things going on, you know, injuries and then personal stuff. Is there a certain, I don't know, comfort maybe that you have going into this season, a certain piece you have that you can just do what you do now?
For sure. You know, for sure. You know, like you said before, never really had a season like last year. But I'm looking forward to this season. You know, I had a great summer. My body feels good. You know, my game feels good. I feel like we have a special team. You know, some great coaches. So I feel like we have a chance to do something special. So I'm excited.
Looking for that all-star shot again?
I'm going to go for it, for sure. I'm going to go for it.
What's it been like working or playing and practicing with Chris Paul? You mentioned the chemistry and sort of getting to know each other. What's it been like seeing him sort of infuse his way into the way you guys do things?
It's been great. You know, it's been great. You know, he's one of the, you know, greatest point guards to, you know, ever pick up a basketball. So, you know, that chemistry I feel like is there. You know, I feel like he's played with so many different types of players, and, you know, for him to come into this system, I feel like just picks it up quick. So it's been great.
Connectivity has been like the buzzword. Raymond even made a joke to me that just flew over my head a couple minutes ago. But
practice is going along. What are they doing? I said they're connecting.
they're like, has that been like explicitly talked about of like, hey, you guys, this is all about connecting, or is it just something that because of how last year went, you guys understand that maybe that was lacking and it needs to be done, or is it like a clear point of emphasis?
It's something that we know we needed more of last year, that wasn't really there, because it's easier to win games at home, where you're comfortable in front of your home crowd, but, to win on the road is where you have to be connected. You have to, play for one another, share the ball, and just everyone be on the same page. And, that's the goal for this year.
Even though it's just 2 days and it's camp, does it feel like it's been a natural connection, especially with some of the new faces around? Or?
For sure. For sure. It's been great vibes. I feel like those summer workouts that we had together helped a lot. Just bringing everyone in and everyone being familiar with each other. So it's been good.
Going back to Kendra's initial question about just last year, connection was kind of an issue. Jordan Poole kind of gets a lot of flack for that, but I was just curious, how much do you think your absence might have impacted just the cohesion of the team?
Yeah, I don't think it was Jordan's fault for the lack of us, the team being connected. I feel like it was a bunch of things, and part of it, I wasn't there for a long time, and I would like to think that I'm one of the key parts to the team, defensively, offensively, just, helping the team out everywhere I can. So hopefully this year everyone can, stay healthy, everyone can be on the same page, and we can have a hell of a year.
Okay. So obviously new season, and you spoke about a little bit about what happened last season, but now that you are coming into this season, new season, fresh eyes, kind of a fresh team, when you thought about your season, upcoming season this summer, what were some of the things that you kind of marked down as like, this season I want to make sure I do this. I want to make sure that I've worked on this summer. I want to see it transpire on the floor. What were some of those things?
Main thing was free throws, trying to get better at, my free throws. I feel like these last couple of years, they weren't great. So that was a big thing, and threes, getting to the basket more, being more aggressive offensively.